The divide straight down the middle. You got the gold one side and the red and white the other, as the coaches come together and wish their opposition coaches well. And it's glad to have you here on World Lacrosse TV for this semi-final, as the two officials out there are about to get the game underway in the cage here for Canada. Grayson Manning, been outstanding all week as Grayson Manning, and Ethan Jaffa. Well, he had literally a namesake yesterday, had a Jaffa in the cage, but the ball is going to start out here. Jack Olben, but Australia, they're going to win the ball first and have the first opportunity in offense, as Charlie Clark passes the ball down there to Jack Cooper. Cooper gets dispossessed straight away. He's been very good in the defence, Parker Sorensen, and that's what the Australians are going to wear all day. 2 touches, ball turns over and it comes back the other way here through Luke Robinson. And Luke Robinson will bring it into the Canadian offensive end for the first time. Ball up the top there with Sam Trumbull. Trumbull just looking to see what he has. Well, what he has is the long pole there and Lucas Fraser, but the rotation comes now as substitutes come on, and that is David Peterkin, who receives the ball now from Luke Robinson. Robinson up the top, down there to Chris Rathwell. Ball rotates through the back through Jared Masnick. He's been a general down there, has Masrick, in this Canadian team. Ball to travel, little right-hand sweep here. Passes down in the bottom left-hand corner, ball loose. And ball still under pressure. Jaffa comes out, just throws the ball back into the field of play, but straight to an Australian stick. And a transition ball coming the other way, as Stubbsy, Johnny Stubbs, brings the ball into attack for Australia. And now they've had more passes than they had in that first possession, as Tristan Gosh gets the ball down in the bottom corner, finds Mannix. Mannix inside! First score here to Australia. Menzies from Jake Mannix, just coming around the bottom corner in a transition sort of goal. Hadn't quite got settled yet there, the Canadian defence. And Angus Menzies gets the first one on the bottom right-hand corner, just sneaking it and popping it away. And Menzies, from Mannix, gets the first one on the board. Ball back in the centre. Long stick again, so Australia win the first 2. Now they pass the ball down right at the feet. Going to be tough, but not for the shorty there in Jack Olben. He has picked that off his shoelaces. I reckon he did him up while he was picking that ball up as well. Great job to pick the ball up off a half volley. Sawyer English now starts the ball in offense with Justin Tavares. Tavares over there to Marino. Marino back to Sawyer. English again sweeps down this left-hand pipe. Little rotation, ball rotates back. Down on the left-hand corner there, Marino. Comes back to Tavares. And Tavares, and they just get a couple of extra touches each. And they'll restart again here through Sawyer English. English looks to set a little pick there, not on. Now up the top to Tavares. Tavares gets inside his shorty, looks down the bottom corner. Great feed on the bottom corner. And there's Canada's first. Max Frateroli gets his first of the game. He is the leading scorer here for Canada in their team. That's his 13th goal. Has 5 assists to go along with it. And we've got a 1-1 ball game and a little bit of transition ball here. So 1-1, Australia, Canada. And we saw this yesterday in the quarterfinal. There was a 1-1 ball game early and it blew out to a 19-1 game. But right now, it's tough in the clinches as Ball is won there from Oldman. But a legal procedure. And now Australia bring the ball in through Toby Templeton. Templeton, the captain of this Australian side, is just pressured there. Templeton looks to get it down, hasn't checked it in yet. Now down to Hudson Robb. He's the leading scorer for Australia, but can't keep the ball in his stick. Going back the other way there is Hayden Hiltz. Hiltz goes through one, through two, and continues to run in the offense. Quick pass down to the bottom corner. Just a little fumble there from DeChico, but he's good enough to recover that. And DeChico will have the ball top right. And a little flip up here to Robinson. And Robinson now to Littlejohn. Littlejohn down the back corner there to Masnick. Back to Littlejohn. Rathwell coming on from the sub bench. Peterkin now. Peterkin kicks it back to this right-hand side. Drives around left. Looks to get in. Cross crease pass. Just couldn't quite find the man on the bottom corner there in Robinson. And the ball travels out of bounds. And Australia will clear from deep in their back corner. Ball to Menzies now. Menzies looks to run. He's being ridden there by Wiggins. And now ball down the back. So Australia with a 6-on-6 opportunity. As Stubbs gets the ball, looks to run down. Double just was right behind there. Now Stubbs goes again, looks inside. He's the scorer. And great save there from the keeper in Grayson Manning. Going to have to shoot better shots than that to beat this keeper. And now ball rotates on the outer side. Up to Grayson Thompson. Thompson with the ball in his stick. Kicks it to Lucas Littlejohn. Ball to English. English. Tavares comes from the sub bench. Gets a touch straight away. Now to Grayson Thompson. And Canada look to set up some more offense. They've been amazing in the offensive end. And I've seen a couple of teams put some 6 zones in against them, and they just picked them apart. Fires. There's another one for Canada. Straight down the middle, straight through the crease. And a good shot there. As we see here on the replay, Sawyer English with that one. Just see him pick the ball up, takes his man on, and then runs straight down the middle of the field. And just beats little fakes there. Puts the ball away, bottom right-hand foot, and Sawyer English gets his first. And we've got a timeout here, I believe, unless we've gone to a heat break. So it could be a bit of a heat break here. I'm not sure whether they're having 2 heat breaks at the moment. In fact, I reckon that will be a heat break as we're, or a hydration break. As we've got a 2-1 ball game here, Canada against Australia. So 2 hydration breaks I'm hearing, as the weather at this 4 o'clock time slot here in the beautiful Jeju Island at Sion Whippo is really just belting down. And Australia with the first on the board, but Canada not to be outdone. 2 quick ones back, and they lead this one 2-1 here with 9:21 left in the first. And that one there, Sawyer English just managed to find his way straight through the center and found the bottom foot, right-hand foot there of the keeper in Ethan Jaffa. And that'll be an illegal procedure there on Clark. And Canada with another opportunity. Clark breaking there in the face-off. Now Chris Rathwell keeps the ball up high as substitutes are coming on there. Peterkin comes onto his right. And Rathwell just says, pop down a little lower there, thanks. And Rathwell looks to drive, gets in for shoots that one. Top right-hand corner. That is inside bar. And that is a little too easy The defense has got to need a slide coming to that. And 2 in about 14 seconds here for Canada. Just took it topside there, Rathwell. And Rathwell rattles the right hand top corner. 3-1 Canada. So you cannot give up easy possession here. Clark again in the middle. Face off to be had. Great work there from Oldman. Oldman just looks up, and nice take there from Logan Fletcher. Fletcher finds DeChico. DeChico to Fletcher now, and Fletcher just gives it up to the goal scorer in Sawyer English. As they settled their offense down here. Ball back to English. English has Luke Robertson. Luke Robertson just getting some touches up across the top here. Now rotates the ball round through X. Down the back there, Maznik. Maznik. Ball around to Robinson. Robinson looking to draw some space on that right-hand side. Ball back to Robinson. Back to English. English just in a 1-4-1 here, Canada. So looking at those crease players, they've been dangerous all week in there in the crease, Canada. Little rotation out here. Ball comes back up to English. English receives it again. Now top side. Fires a bullet up there, but missing their left-hand pipe. And Maznik will bring the ball in here. Tavares. Back to Robinson. Now Canada look to work it again. Back top centre. Fired. Ball's knocked down and picked up there. And it comes out through Mikulik. Mikulik sends the ball down. He's been a bit of a ball taxi there in the Australia defensive end. Has done a lot of carrying through the lines. And Australia with an opportunity here. Canada 2-1 up. Can Australia get another one on the cage here and even this contest up halfway through the first term? Mannix with the ball. Mannix looks to go under. Stubbs drops off. Gives it back here to Stubbs. Stubbs looks back down. Good double slide ready there. And now down the bottom. Stubbs looks to go left to drive his man. Looks to rotate up. Where's his outlet here? Down the back now, Cooper. Cooper fires up and over. And backed up there by Hudson Robb. And Hudson Robb will bring the ball in. Just asking Hudson Robb to try and carry this one through X. Good dispossessed there. Comes off the Robb. And that's great defense there from Zach Tucker. Just jarring the ball out. And Hudson Robb will have to ride this ball. Canada, quick transition. Up the field they go. Hayden Hilt with the ball. Back up the top here to Peterkin, who's just come on. And now looking for these substitutes. As Canada get a man on. They've got a man advantage here for a second. Late substitution. That's come off the keeper, I reckon. Just a little tip. And ball flies over the cage. We have 5 minutes 25 to go in the term. So next loose ball, we'll probably see another hydration break. Ball in the hands of Peterkin. Peterkin down the bottom corner. Good shot there. And that has sailed through the legs of the Australian keeper. And another one for Canada. As Marino. See this one on the replay. Actually, that might have been for Frateroli there. So, ball back to the centre. Just see here on this right-hand side. And it was Frateroli with the goal. And that's his second of the game. So ball hit the ground and ball to be won. We've got a whistle on the play, ball going the way of Australia. And that will be a hydration break here with 4 minutes and change to go in the first quarter. We got Canada leading 3-1. And they have done that. Sorry, 4-1. Getting behind there with the goal of Frateroli. So Canada 4-1 at the hydration break. 4 minutes and change to go. And Australia, not without their opportunities in this offensive end. But Canada have been crisp with their ball movement. And last time these two teams met in the pool games, it was Canada running out winners 13-4. So we'll look to see that. Canada really put the game out of control of the Australians in the third quarter in that game where they Australians went to a 6 zone and Canada just picked them apart. They scored 5 goals in about 4 minutes. And I don't know that we'll see that here today. But Canada, some great ball movement, as you're just seeing some goals here. And a 4-1 game early. But Australia with an opportunity in a 6-on-6 down in their offensive end. And the ball will start in the stick of Tristan Gosh. As the two teams are set here. And whistle. About to start play. Gosh over to Menzies. Menzies has Mannix. Looks to, they've set a wide set here, Australia. A 1-3-2. And just losing the handle of the ball there was Stubbs, but manages to pick it back up. One opens up the other side, Menzies. Little bounce pass. Well, it's more like a check out of the stick, but it went to the intended target. And John Stubbs now rotates the ball over here to Mannix. Mannix picks the shorty matchup, gets inside, looks back up, fires the ball down the back. Just losing a handle of the ball there, and a good recovery there from Cooper, but not being given any space whatsoever. Just wearing him like a cheap suit out there was Jack Olsen. And now he rotates back again. Menzies looks to get inside. Does get inside. Good save and in the crease here. So advantage played. Good work there from Grayson Manning. And Canada, they'll clear the ball here again. On the outer side. Through Sam Trumbull. Trumbull down to Littlejohn. And Littlejohn passes it down there to Masnick, but gets it back as substitutes come on here for Canada. Sawyer English with the first goal of the contest today. Now to Littlejohn. Littlejohn back up the top to Luke Robinson. Littlejohn, now some rotation starts. Little rotation out there from English. Littlejohn now down on the back corner. Ball comes back top side. Littlejohn has Robinson. Australia, bit of pressure. Trying to keep some structure. Good crisp ball movement here from the Canadians. Now into the center and firing there, coming in from the right-hand side. He sucked out to that right 45 and came on the backside there, Luke Sawyer English. And ball comes back the top, ball to be won. Oh, knocked it forward there. And again, the ball taxi coming back the other way. Luke Mikulik, but loses the ball. Canada, they'll recover it in their defensive end through Tucker. Tucker out to Wyatt Wiggins. And he will look to use his keeper there in Manning. Manning up the top to the shorty in Tavares. And Tavares will clear the ball into the forward half for Canada. Little hidden ball trick there. Tavares with the ball in the back of his stick. But not fooling these old eyes. Ball down here with Littlejohn. Littlejohn to Peterkin. Peterkin Looks on the bottom left-hand corner, receives it back top center. Little John rotates the ball to the right-hand side there to Rathwell. Ball back down a little. So good movement in and out here from Canada. Just trying to open up a shot. There's one on the bottom corner. Can't quite take the ball. Ball to be won on the ground. As the ground ball contest is there. Still to be picked up. The Australian defender there in Joseph Manning. He has the ball. Loses it down the back corner. Ball still loose. Right behind all the players there. Can't see what's happening. And it looks like Australia will have the ball come off them. And a Canadian ball here. So we've got 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Canada still with possession in offense. Canada, Masnick up the top. They're looking to work that crease in there, Canada. They did it against Australia the other day. And they're certainly looking to find those players in there, just trying to get this defense to crash. Comes around the back corner as the keeper there in Jaff gets a little piece of that one there from Masnick. And ball goes out of bounds. Canada through Tavares. Tavares comes top side. Lucas Littlejohn over to Rathwell. Rathwell back there to Peterkin. Rathwell looks to drive down left, rotates back up right, now goes to try and get under, does get in and under. Teal, that's come off the keeper. Ball goes up, but in the crease is the call. And Australia have 9.8 seconds to try and go coast to coast as Filippo fires it up. Great take there from Hudson Robb, turns and fires. So a Hail Mary coming here from the keeper, up and down, and that will be quarter time here at Sion Whippo, as a little bit of an exchange of love down there in the back corner from both teams. And the officials right on the spot here, just saying, how about boys, go and get a drink, cool down a little bit. And Canada, when they come to their bench, as the Australians walk away from that, probably a really smart thing to do. But good work there from the official, Tim Kennedy, just to quell that. And at quarter time here, we've got a 4-1 ball game, the way of Canada over Australia. And as the boys get a drink on, I'm going to go and do the same. We'll have a quick break here on World Lacrosse TV.
세상의 필요는 바뀌니까. 동원은 건강한 식탁을 넘어 미래에 필요한 먹거리까지 키워냅니다. 필요가 바뀌면 답도 바뀌어야 하니까. 필요에 답하다. 동원. 슈퍼 고단백을 슈퍼 건강하게. 게다가 슈퍼 맛있어. 그래서 동원 참치.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive. Growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport. Governed globally by World Lacrosse.
And coming back here for the second term, we've got Canada just eking this contest out to a 4-1 lead at quarter time. They were hot down in their offensive end, and their defense being very miserly. Ball back into the center. Oldman wins the ball. Little flip over there to his pole there in Logan Fletcher. And Sam Trumbull looks inside. Nice take there. Looks around. Good save there from Jaff. From Max Frateroli, who makes the save, and it's gone up the jersey. So he just pulls that one out, using every bit of equipment he has to make his save. And Ethan Jaff will look to bring the ball out here. for Australia. Slow clear. He has Will Inglis on his right-hand side. Shorties, as Canada run a really good ride here. Passes the ball over to Manning. Manning comes back here to Mikulik. And we got an offside here. So turnover, Canada. They can go quickly if they want. As numbers, Australia get the ball, and now they can turn back. Now they've created a 6-on-5. Canada down to Littlejohn, looks inside, and we go again here. As the substitutes coming on, just trying to use this halfway line to create a extra man. And very smart Lacrosse if he can do it. Luke Robinson with the ball. Now over here to English. Sawyer English looks to get inside and under. He'll rotate the ball. Down the back there to Littlejohn. Littlejohn comes back up the top. Finds Peterkin. Peterkin on the outer side to Robinson. Robinson drives the right-hand pipe. Robinson sticks it in the top shelf. Just giving the cookie jar a little rattle up there. And David Peterkin with a good feed. And we see Canada with the 5th goal here. As Canada just put the ball down the back corner and just beat his man top side there. And ball goes in, and that's Luke Robinson with the score. And manages to get in and under. Canada 5-1. Ball again out of the centre. Olben with the ball. And Olben will set up possession here for Canada. Little flip up. And ball comes down to Littlejohn. So Lucas Littlejohn looks up, sees his substitute there, and Tavares come on. Tavares just little one back to Jared Masdick. And Chris Rathwell will rotate the ball down through X, through Fratoli. Ball up the top with Masdick. Masdick looking to go at pace here on the shorty, on Sean Philippa. Little inside roll left. Looks inside, gets inside again. Tink, tink, tink off the bar it goes. Ball to be out, nice flick back. But stepping over the line there. And an Australian ball. Ball coming the other way. Mikulik now puts the ball down the bottom corner there to Cooper. Just losing it out of his stick there is Cook. And it's a little bit of heat in the kitchen here. And Cook just finding the heat, but that's come off a Canadian stick. So lucky there. And Toby Templeton looks to run the ball down. Past goal line extended on the right-hand corner. Cook with a little bit more space than he had last time. Over to Walsh. Walsh down to Cooper. Rotates the ball down through the back. Now drives up. As Menzies looks over, looks down, finds Attenborough. Attenborough with an extra pass, puts Walsh under pressure. Good enough to pick it up with that pressure. Down to Cooper, running around the corner there. Great save in there from the keeper. Great save from Grayson Manning. And ball goes out of bounds. Australia with the backup. Menzies again. Comes around. Oh, looks the other side as Hudson Robb look to do a little around the world now. But numbers here with Canada. Transition ball coming down here through Wiggins. Wiggins with the pole. Fires the ball out. Gets a little push. And they can still keep flag on the play here. Did get picked up for that push. Littlejohn. Now Thompson. Thompson up against Walsh. Looks to free his hands inside. Rotates back around. Kicks the ball down to Frateroli. Frateroli back up to Peterkin. Peterkin at pace. Gets past Walsh. Peterman frees the hands. And sails that one up over the crossbar. And Canada are going to be in a power play here as a 1 minute penalty has been assessed for an illegal body. So a big opportunity here for Canada with the extra man. And we've seen the skill set that they have. And you cannot give up penalties against this Canadian team. As Littlejohn will start the play. Robinson, as they look to work this top side. Ball there to Peterkin. Back to Robinson. Over to Frateroli, little flip up. Now down the back corner, Cutter comes through. In Peterkin, as the man sets in the middle here now to tie up that defender. Back up the top, finds Littlejohn. Littlejohn on the bottom corner, finds Tavares and fires again over the top. They've been talking about these balls. They're a little shiny at times, and they're saying that maybe that's the reason for some of these shots going up and over. Tavares with the ball. Now looks inside, bottom corner here. Looks to fire, good save from Jaff. Ball comes up, straight out into the stick there of Tavares. Or Robinson, now inside. Great pick off there from Sean Falepa as 6 seconds on the penalty. And Falepa just manages to evade the pressure coming. As ball heads out the other side there. And Kane Mannix. So a good save there from Ethan Jaff. Right on the doorstep. And Stubbs with the ball now. 5-1 ball game. 9 minutes, 14 to go in the term. And Canada, Australia have the ball down the back. And now back up the top here. As the ball will rotate around. Australia come top side. Finds Gosh. Gosh with the rotation back up. Flag flies. On the opposite side here, so flag on the play. Looks inside and scores! Jack Cooper stepping down on that left-hand bottom corner and popping it past the keeper there in Grayson Manning. And gets the Australian second. And Jack Cooper brings it to a 5-2 ball game as the hydration break comes on here. And just on that bottom corner, just stepped down. And now we have a hydration break. In fact, I'm going to use this here for 2 seconds as well. Grab a quick drink here on World Lacrosse TV. And as the boys come back onto the field here, getting a score update out the back, it is Jamaica versus Japan. It is a 2-1 ball game the way of Jamaica out there. And the great man Shendell Oliver's on that one. Shendell would be ripping it up out there. As we have the ball set in the center here again. And another break from Australia. Just giving easy possession here to Canada. Oldman looks to give up the ball. Finds Tavares. Tavares to English. And English will now have Rathwell, top right-hand side. He's picked up the shorty. This is where they've been really trying to start their plays from, picking up that short man. But it's been good movement in there from Canada. We've got a 5-2 scoreline. And now again picking up the shorty. Trying to get under again there is English. Good defense there from Attenborough. Now he just tried to overplay the defense there. Lucky to get away with that. Ball rotating around again, top middle. And Jaff with another big save from the shot there of English. From about 10 metres straight in front, able to free the hands. And Australia, through their ball taxi, Mikulik will bring the ball into Stubbs. Stubbs trying his hardest to throw it over Jake Mannix's head. But Mannix able to pull it down. As the ball now rotates here to Menzies. Menzies carries the ball with his shorty, trying to invert the shorty down there. And looking for someone to come out and assist there. Up to his man in Stubbs. Now ball rotates back down on the bottom corner. Menzies looks to come up. As the ball now rotates over to Stubbs. Stubbs, short stick matchup, looks to get in, fires the ball. Good save in there from the goalkeeper again in Grayson Manning. And now they push the ball here, Canada. Ball onto the bottom corner, back up the top to the pole. Now just a great one-handed take there from Littlejohn. Made that pass look sweet with that right hand one take. As Peterkin now picks up the ball. Definite plan to attack the Aussies from this top right-hand corner when the shorty is up there. So, Canadian coaches just getting their men. They've all dropped low. Two-man game up the top. Now rotation round to Littlejohn. Littlejohn picked up there by Inglis. As Tavares goes really high and retains the ball up top again. Picks up by Sean Falepa. Falepa to Peterkin. And now the ball will rotate from one side of the ground to the other. Peterkin, David Peterkin steps inside and pops it down to the bottom left-hand corner. David Peterkin gets the 6 for Canada in a sweet little move. Used his pace to get past the short stick defender. Once he got past, protected the stick in front of him and popped it down to the left-hand foot there of the keeper in the cage. Ethan Jaff not able to stop that. And a good goal there, as you see on the replay here. Just managed to put it down there. And Peterkin, he gets his first of the game. And he now his third for the tournament. But the face-off, he's doing as he will in there, Jack Oldman. And Oldman will come back the other way. Now he's top centre. Going to get a bit of pressure up here. But again, able to get in front of his defender there in Finn White. And now Canada will settle the ball. Substitutes come on. Chris Rathwell has Sawyer English. And rotating the subs here, Grayson Thompson. So now he looks to set him up. 1-4-1 here for Canada. Two men in the crease. They did this the other day and they picked the Aussies apart. What have they learnt from that, Australia, in their defence? Ball comes back up the top to Rathwell. Good knockdown there as he just gets run off. A little bit of equal pressure between the long stick there of Mikulik. Looks to pick it off there. Does Mikulik. English, bottom corner, looks to rotate. The ball again now. Looking to crush this Aussie defence low. Little in and out. Now into a 1-4-1 again. Ball rotates down the back. Looks there to Frateroli. Frateroli rotates the ball around quickly to Thompson. Thompson on the right-hand side. Looks to go in and under. A little sleek out. Good defense there. Well under that now. Bottom corner. Little shovel! On the back corner comes Max Frateroli. And he certainly dug a hole there for the Australians on that bottom corner. Little shovel shot. And we've got a hydration break here. As Frateroli gets another one for his Canadian team. And that's his hat trick here. Beautiful little step up on that bottom corner. Frateroli just gives a little shovel. And he's dug that hole a little deeper for Australia now. As the two teams, well, Canada out here to a 7-2 lead. And with sweet ball movement like that, Australia ran a couple of really good slides there, but they just fell apart on that bottom corner as Frateroli come up from X in that 1-4-1 as the rotation came out and managed with a sweet shot on that bottom corner to put that one away. And the two teams, as they head back out onto the field, 3 minutes and 31 seconds left of the second term in this first semi-final of the day. And stay tuned later. Teddy Jenner is going to be bringing you another cracking semi-final here on World Lacrosse TV between the USA and the Haudenosaunee Nationals. That will be at 7 p.m. local time. And there's another good game on the outer side as well. As play starts here, you'll be able to catch up with Shandell Oliver on the outer field here as Jamaica are taking on Japan. The battle of the Jays out there. And the ball here with Canada in possession again. And as we get a bit of a break in play here, if you want to send us a message, get in touch on Insta. Send us a shout out. We'll try to get to them after the halftime break. You can hit me up on Insta at TonyWatts71. That is at TonyWatts71. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us if you are enjoying the coverage here on World Lacrosse TV. But right now it's Canada again, firing that one past the right-hand pipe. And Canada get the backup. Little John will start play from the back right-hand corner. Ball to Peterkin. Peterkin to Tavares. And Tavares will, just at a jog, bring it down to left hand. Goal line extended. Two-man game being set on the outer there. Now he gets top side. Looks for an opening on the bottom corner. 2-on-1. Great feed into the center. Little shovel again. Oh, love the shot. But Ethan Jaffa awake to that one. And ball coming back through Mikulik. Mikulik with an opportunity. Looks to fire. And that one hit his toes, I think, with that shot. And ball goes out of bounds. And Australia with the backup. Good break there from the ball taxi and Mikulik. And we've got a timeout here, charged to Australia with 1 minute and 12 seconds to go in the second term. It is a 7-2 ball game here on World Lacrosse TV. We hope you're enjoying the coverage. And stay tuned tonight, a couple of amazing games still left here. One semi-final and one placement game. The placement game will be another epic when Puerto Rico meet the English. And I can tell you, I'm already feeling very excited about that game. And I've got the pleasure of calling that one. But on field number one, it is a couple of the powerhouses in the USA and the Haudenosaunee Nationals who will take battle here to find out who will get through to that gold medal game. Canada, well, as the half is almost coming to an end, they are certainly putting their best foot forward to find that spot in the gold medal game. The loser of this, of course, goes through to the bronze medal game to meet the loser of the USA and Haudenosaunee game. And who knows how that's going to go. Flip of a coin tonight. And you'll see that live here on World Lacrosse TV. As a bit of weather coming over here. We might even get some rain. We did see some rain the other day. I almost remembered what it was. So Australia has the ball. They've tried to double down here. Canada on the bottom corner. And ball as a timeout again here used by Australia. So Henry Lawson didn't like the setup there. And his player got in trouble on the back corner. And Canada again, I'm sure they'll come out and set that pressure again. And now they've seen what the Canadians were going to do. We'll see if the Canadians have another trick up their sleeve. So, and it's still 2-1 Jamaica on the field two. Oh, as he steps in, and a good save as I turn around there by the Japan keeper on the Jamaican shot. So, what if Canada drawn up again? As we head towards 1 minute to go here in just before half time. Canada looking to bring the pressure on the Australians in their offensive end. Last time they sent a double to the ball and sent the keeper out. Australia got to have a look at that. Henry Lawson using his timeout to be able to looks down the bottom corner, cross crease pass. Oh, he's in the crease. No goal. Stepped in the crease. Had him open on the back corner there was Little John. Just couldn't quite take the ball. And now Australia can clear the ball up. Ball comes up here to Parrish. So Australia with limited time in this second. As Walsh comes on, he'll go at pace. Runs down the right-hand pipe. Gets monstered. As ball hits the ground, now it comes back into the centre. Ball to be won on the deck. Canada pick it up. Have they got enough time here? Looks up, finds a long stick there in Sorensen. Sorensen moves it forward, finds Hilt. Hilt, bottom corner, misses the bottom corner. And an opportunity there wasted for Canada as Little John was opening up on the other side. And Australia just go the bomb. Take from Harry Walsh. Harry Walsh with one last opportunity to Attenborough, to Cook, sorry. Bottom corner. Finds the shot there from Cooper. As the keeper there in Grayson Manning. And transition ball shut down there by a missed pass, which you don't see very often from Canada. If they'd made it ball down to the back corner, he would have been able to put it through the face to Little John, and Little John would have had an open cage as the keeper went out there. But it is half time here, and it is a 7-2 ball game, the way of Canada over Australia. And a really entertaining game of lacrosse as the two teams get in to find some shade. And as they get in to find some shade, we're going to go and have a break here on World Lacrosse TV. It's great having you here for this semi-final. We'll be back very, very soon. We'll see you then.
포장재부터 제품까지 1000번의 생각을 담다. 안심 동원 샘물. 안심 동원 샘물이 선수들의 안전 플레이를 응원합니다.
진짜 힘들어서 다들 금방 뻗거든요. 링티 마시면 너무 좋다고 다들 찾는 거예요.
야, 너만 마시냐? 뛰는 게 달라요. 운동 갈 때 꼭 챙기세요. 마셔봐서 압니다. 링티.
You know what's in my sack? As we come back here to third quarter action on World Lacrosse Men's Under 20 Championship, Jeju 2025. And we see Canada leading this one 7-2 at the half. And they've had their opportunities late there too, Canada. Loved the pressure that they showed with that minute and a bit to go on the Australian offense, sending the keeper out to the far right there to Jake Mannix and doubling the ball. And Parker Sorensen just able to take the ball away and give Canada a last opportunity. And what does this second half have in store for us? As our face-off battle ensues again. Jack Oldman, well, he holds the title out there at the moment. And he's certainly well up in the face-off stats. As he goes again here. Ball comes out, Oldman, pressure, and wins another one for Canada. Gives them first use again. Now to Sam Trumbull. And you win the face-off. You get the first possession. There's a bit of excitement out the back I'm hearing in my mics. And it might be Jamaica with another score and a really low scoring game out there. We'll try and get a score update on the backfield. But right now, Tavares will have the ball up top center. Robinson over to Peterkin. And now they start to send their set wide. And now some rotations. Trying to step under there is Tavares. Tavares looks inside. Now bottom corner. Another great take there from Littlejohn. That is the second ball that he made. That pass looked really good with that right hand extended out. Ball down the back here with Tavares. And Tavares, a little spin move, popping it across the keeper. And Canada get the first score of the third term through the number 9. Justin Tavares, and bring it out to an 8-2 ball game here. Just see here on the replay, Tavares a little inside outside spin. Just that allowed him to get top side and enough room there, and he shot across the keeper, bottom right hand side. Great camera angle there, and it's just gone on the right hand foot. And again, winning the possession out of the center. Watch his back here. Ball to be won as Clark tries to put pressure on Oldman. And we've got a green offside here, so worse than that, they get a flag on the play as well to Australia. And whistle will be had. And that man up will be assessed. It's going to be a minor penalty for an offside here on Australia. So a 30-second power play for Canada. Canada through Peterkin. Peterkin to Robinson. Robinson. Rotation now on the bottom corner. Little inside cut there from Frateroli. Ball comes top side. Now back up top center, Littlejohn. Back into Peterkin. Peterkin now a rotation around on the right-hand side. Gets free again and just can't quite drag that one toward the cage there, Justin Tavares. But back up had as the penalty now is released for Australia. Back to 6-on-6. But Canada still with the ball in their offense. Tavares, as they work this top three again. As Peterkin comes in to join in. Littlejohn to Luke Robinson. Now a rotation on bottom corner. Puts it away. And a good shot down there. Jared Masnick gets his first of the game. And Canada with the first two of the third quarter. And seeing here on the replay, nice little rotation. And Masnick was able to find that bottom corner and goes low on the keeper, puts it away. And ball will rotate to another centre draw. 9-2 scoreline here, the way of Canada. But this is where they need to do the work, and we've got an illegal procedure here on the wing. And that was on Canada. They broke on this wing. And Australia now will have possession. So we got 6-on-6 in Australia's offensive end. Toby Templeton drags his shorty down the back. Australia with a couple in the crease as well, as they now go to a 1-3-2. Templeton with a shorty on the bottom corner. Templeton looks to come top side, little inside feed, great save there off the stick of Walsh. Ball to be won on the ground. Mannix picks the ball up. Now it's come off a green foot. Good work there as he comes into the commentary box. Love that 3D weld. And Jake Mannix now with the ball, gives it back there to Menzies. And you cannot get any closer to the action when they're running into the commentary box. And the ball is back up the top with a great save there in the cage from Grayson Manning again. That was on the doorstep. Just going knock, knock, knock on the door. But Manning not letting anyone in. Mannix up the top to Templeton. Templeton now to Walsh. Walsh goes against his long stick. Double comes out to put pressure. And now Walsh still wearing some heat there. Looks to tiptoe the white line. And another good save there from Manning from the shot on the bottom corner there of Templeton. And he's becoming a brick wall in there is Manning. Grayson Manning with another big save from an Australian shot. Canada run the ball out through Reese DeChico. And DeChico will have the ball top centre. And they now bring it down to Littlejohn. Back to DeChico. And Chris Rathwell gets a touch of the ball and starts the offense moving. Brendan Marino now fires the ball out his left hand. Kicks the ball there to English. English, the two 14s against each other. A little bit of synergy there in the numbers. And ball finds its way down to Masnick, who takes his player well out of the defensive area. And now ball back up the top with English. English, he's come down the centre before. Now rotates the ball there to Rathwell. Rathwell, quick one on the outer side. Ball comes back up. Finds Lucas Littlejohn. And Sawyer English. Now he goes against the shorty. But just pulls up short there. That's Tristan Gosh. And this ball just rolls out of the stick there. But able to pick it up is Max Frateroli. And Brendan Marino goes again against the shorty. Slide comes. Little dump there to English. And good movement here from Canada. Keeping the Aussie defence moving, but they've got a stall call on here, so they cannot bring it above that top restraining line. They're going to have to work inside here, Canada, and they're used to that. Brendan Marino now with a shutdown. Shot just hits the defender. Ground ball to be won. It is won by the ball taxi in Luke Mikulik. Mikulik has a man coming from behind him. Just fires it over, not able to take that clean. He was Hudson Rob. Great pick up from Rob. Looks back up. Ball tipped off and goes, just overrunning the ground ball there was Cook. And not overrunning the ground ball there as the ball goes loose. And Mikulik again between the lines. Actually, that is Zach Parrish. Bounces it over here. Looks inside to Stubbs. Stubbs puts one down on the left-hand bottom corner. Manages to get one past Grayson Manning. And there was a couple of ground balls that should have been had there by both sides. Australia capitalising on theirs. And a transition goal. A non-settled 6-on-6 play. And you can see here as John Stubbs steps down. Good shot to that bottom left-hand corner. And a great camera action here as Stubbs puts one away for Australia. And that's been a hard job against this keeper. Grayson Manning been doing a great job in there. And John Stubbs with a little bit of a celly. As Australia go to a hydration break with a 9-3 scoreline. And Stubbs getting the third of those goals. So Canada 9, Australia 3. Let's have a look on the socials maybe. Let's see if anyone has stopped looking at the screen and sent out a message here as the two teams and a couple of messages coming in as Tyler Mead, well, he's watching from Brighton, SA. Go Australia. Shout out to you, Tyler. And who we got here? One JT2C says, come on, Aussies. So if you want to send a shout out, get me at Insta at Tony Watts 71, and I will try to get you a shout out here on World Lacrosse TV. Hope you're enjoying this live coverage here of semi-final between Canada and Australia. But can they stop the man here in Oldman? Oldman goes again. They've tried to put a longie in this time. But Oldman, well, he is doing as he will in the X position through the face-off. And Oldman with another win. And he gives first possession to Canada once again. As Canada rotate their subs. Peterkin at a nice leisurely jog just to get a little bit of camera time out there to the right-hand top corner. And now Canada look to set up their offense. Peterkin with the ball against Templeton. Templeton. Peterkin rotates the ball around. Now over to Tavares. Tavares, the 2 9s. No, that's not. That's Cook up there. And ball comes way up the top to Masnick. Masnick, the ball taxi there in Mikulik. Wins the ball again for Australia, takes it out. Here comes a break. Cook coming down. They've got numbers, but well shut down there from Luke Robinson. Great job from Canada to get in that hole. And now Menzies. So can Australia get back-to-back goals? Stubbs, well, he looked like he was going to go to the cooker. And now he has Cook on his right-hand side. Stubbs fires, the ball goes out of bounds. Backup had there by Menzies. And Australia with the backup. Menzies over to Mannix. As Cook comes out now. He's picked up the shorty there of Reese DeChico. As Templeton now rotates the ball for Australia. Ball comes full circle. Back to Cook. Now over to Stubbs. Stubbs looks to get in. Little bounce pass down the bottom to Menzies. Back there to Stubbs. Stubbs looks to come top side, fires again. Goes past the right hand upright there. No damage for the Canadian keeper. And we have a 1 minute penalty coming here. And that looks like it's going against Parker Sorensen. He'll sit for a major penalty for 1 minute. And Australia with a power play opportunity of their own. So now Menzies tries to draw the defender out. Harry Walsh. Can they execute a power play here, Australia? Walsh. Rotation. Need to move the ball quick here, Australia, to break this. Canada pushing out. Now rotation as Walsh steps in. Back into a 1-4. They send a wheel out the back here. Hudson Robb on the bottom corner. Robb steps around on the wheel from the left-hand bottom corner. And not able to get there was the defender on that slide. And Hudson Robb, top scorer for Australia, gets another one on the board. It is a 9-4 ball game here. As we see this power play here, you just see man comes in. Robb, well, he rotated out the back just there, receives the ball, and slide not getting there quick enough. And Hudson Robb, but this is where they need to win it, Australia, because it's been all Canada in the face-off. Ball to be won. Oh, there we go. Clark on cue. Wins the ball. Kicks it to Mannix. Mannix has Filippa, but Filippa looks to sub. Mannix. Ball back to Gosh. So 2 quick goals from Australia. Sees them at 9-4. Little good pressure there on the hands. And Walsh. And penalty release now. So back to 6 on 6. And even in the offensive defensive end. Walsh looks to go. Looks to get down the middle. Double comes. Now he must have a free man. Needs to move the ball on quickly. Ball comes over here to Gosh. Gosh has the longie. That is not the man you're looking for. Back to the top. Goes to go through the shorty now. But Hiltz holds that up. Walsh just looks to see if he still has it in his stick. Ball down the back here with Angus Menzies. And Australia. Stubbs. Cooper. Back to Stubbs. And just looking a little lost here, Australia, occasionally at where the next pass is. And Tristan Gosh. As we have Walsh on the outer side. Walsh looks to get in. Nice take, Robb. Oh, up and over the bar. And that will be just an Australian ball. Good foot race out there between the two. And we have a hydration break here in the third term. Australia with the last 2 goals to bring it back to a 9-4 ball game. And Robb again looking to put one in the back of the cage. 3 minutes 56 left in this term. And the boys with a good opportunity to get some quality H2O into their systems. And Australia looking a little cleaner in their offensive end. But I tell you, for Australia anyway, the long stick and Luke Mikulik, he has been a difference down there. A couple of turnovers. He has been the ball taxi with the long stick. And he is doing a great job, but I tell you, on the opposite side, Parker Sorensen for Canada with his long stick is getting in everything. And Grayson Manning in the cage. A couple of big saves there as the teams get some water on board. And we are 3 minutes and change away from the third, end of the third. As the sun is in full hilt out here on this field. It is very warm out there, so the boys will be enjoying these 2 hydration breaks a quarter just to get the fluid back in the system. And Australia will start the ball down the back through Jack Cooper. Can they get 3 in a row here, Australia? Or can Canada shut them down and turn the ball over and get one of those big transition goals that they've been known for in this tournament? Gosh, up top. Oh, that's nearly sailed over Mannix's head. But Jake Mannix has the ball. Little rotation there to Stubbs. Stubbs looks up, comes around, looks to free the hands. Not there, Rob. He does free the hands. Another big save. Great save there from Grayson Manning. And here's that transition. That's that man I was just talking about. 2 longies down in offensive end. A little flip out there. And Canada will hold the ball as substitutes come on. He's looking for an outlet there, and Rathwell comes on as that outlet. So another big save in there from Grayson Manning. And Canada with an offensive opportunity of their own, with the ball in the stick of Sawyer English, top centre for Canada, just up near the halfway line. So it's been a while since it's been in the Canada forward end, and they'll be hungry, as they always are, to get in on cage. Masnick now rotates the ball outright, down the back. Oh, just a stick in lane there, and that's gone out of bounds, and an unforced error almost there for Canada. Australia to bring the ball out. Just a little bit of untidy at the moment, as Luke Mikulik gets another ball to carry up, kicks it as we have a goalie change there. As Will Butler in the cage now for Australia. So Mikulik, as the ride is being set, they look at one down the middle. Nice presentation there from Harry Walsh. And now Harry Walsh looks to give it to his Woodville teammate back in South Australia, in Sean Falepa. And we have a moving pick there, so again, a little untidy for Australia, turning the ball over. And the ball will start with Canada in the stick of Logan Fletcher. He kicks it to Sorensen. And Sorensen just rotates it to the keeper, and then back to Hiltz. Hiltz looks to step over the centre line, does that a little easy. So a couple of turnovers each there, Canada and Australia, in the last couple of possessions. And Luke Robinson looks to settle it in the offensive end for Canada. David Peterkin now with the ball, rotating round, out to the right bottom hand corner there, through Littlejohn. Now back up the top, finds Robinson. Robinson looks for the shot. Good save there from the keeper. Another big save there from the keeper, and now an outlet. Falepa looks up. Where's the body? Oh, a little round the back, little party trick there from Sean Falepa. Nearly threw the ball away. Good enough to take it, though, was Cooper. And Cooper down the bottom to Mannix. So Australia with the clear. Couple of big saves there from Butler. It was just come in the cage for Australia. Stubbs now has the ball, picks up the shorty, gets a little bit of pressure there. Stubbs looks to step in, fires that one across the face of the goal. And able to free the hands, but not able to put it in a position where the keeper had to make a save. Back up to Cook. Cook, well, that's probably not the shot they're looking for. Ball to be turned over, tips off the stick there. Coming back the other way is Inglis as the time runs out here in the third quarter. We've got a 9-4 ball game the way of Canada as we go to the three-quarter time break. And the two teams get a well-earned bit of hydration here, as we will go and do the same here on World Lacrosse TV.
IS 동서는 봅니다. 쓸모없던 땅에서 친환경 건설의 내일을, 폐기물에서 전기차의 새로운 미래를, 아이들에서 행복한 희망의 세상을, ESG 경영으로 더 큰 내일을 봅니다. IS 동서.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation. Welcome to a new era of lacrosse. At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together. Join the journey and let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
And fourth quarter action here on field number 1 in semi-final between Australia and Canada. And it is a good contest. Australia coming back in it there. And watching online is Paula Nelson. She says, watching from Brisbane, come on Aussies, cheering on number 25, Zach Parrish, the legend. Thanks for the awesome commentary. Well, it's great to have you on board, Paula. And keep the shout-outs coming. We'll try to get to as many as we can, but Canada lose that one out the centre. Australia with the ball. And a flag flies high here. We'll see who that's going to be assessed on. And it looks like the long pole there, and Lucas Fraser will wear the eye of that call. And Australia with another opportunity here for a power play. And Australia, let's see what they can do with that one. So 14:50, it's only a 30-second penalty. But another opportunity for Australia to just try and eke this score back a little closer. Tristan Gosh with the ball. Now back up the top. Rotates out. Funny, haven't seen Will Dallison today. He was the highest scorer yesterday. So I haven't called him on the field yet. Rob looks back up the top, little tip, fires. A great save again there from the keeper as the ground ball was won there from Sammy Trumbull. And Trumbull will now rotate the ball out the other side there. And coming down there, Canada rotate the ball into offense. Luke Robinson with the ball. Over to Justin Tavares. Tavares to Peterkin. Peterkin. Now, over to Robinson. Robinson looking to create a little two-man game here. Now he rotates out right. Finds his teammate there in Littlejohn. Littlejohn gets the pressure there from Will Inglis. And they rotate high again. Sean Filippa up against Tavares. Tavares wanting to rotate the ball now. Goes again. Now works on the other shorty, the other side. Looks to fire the ball. Kicks it down the back. Little rotation. Ball comes back. Gets top centre. Good work there, but fires the ball over. That one there had some heat on it. Hits top corner. And David Peterkin sending a message with that ball. Good rotation of the ball there. Found Peterkin on the opposite side. And that had an exclamation mark on that shot with some heat up in the top corner. And Peterkin gets his second for the day. And you just see there on the replay, and he didn't mind any bit of that. This man has been amazing in the face-off, and he continues to be, and we're going to have a moving pick there, or a hold. Anyway, It's against Australia. He's been very good in the centre draws there today, Oldman. Going above 90%. And that's all you can ask from your face-off players in these competitions. And now Rathwell has the ball to Thompson. Can they open the floodgates here, or can Australia stop the call? Back up the top. They allow him to free the hands. No, they don't. Good work there from Mikulik. Now back again. Mikulik has to get in that space. Just holding that space. Little rotation. He'll give it back to him here. No. Now he steps. Rotates the ball left. Back to right. Back up the top. Fired there from Chris Rathwell. And puts it past the left-hand pipe. But back up there from Littlejohn. Nice little rotation in again. Just trying to open up a hole in here, Canada. Trying to get him to, as ball comes back the other side, frees the hands. Good shot there from Grayson Thompson, using the ground this time. Hitting well outside the circle, but that's just gone and wrapped up and under the top bar. And Grayson Thompson getting another one for the Canadian offense. And a good shot there from Thompson. 2 in a row for Canada. As we see the ball just with fire from outside, using the bounce of this turf to perfection. And rips it up. And all of a sudden, it's an 11-4 ball game. Clark to win this one. Gets a face-off. Oh, Clark from the face-off X. Gets one past Grayson Manning. And gets a quick reply within about 5 seconds of the Canadian goal. And Clark gets a win out of the centre. Gets his first one there. And in the blink of an eye, Australia reply. Clark from distance. And it just seemed to skid on there, that ball. And Grayson Manning not able to get there. He put him on his knees. And back to a 5-goal ball game. Back in the centre again. Clark looks to win this one out, knocks it out. Great pick up there from Mikulik. Mikulik. So Australia with 2 face-off wins in a row. There's something they haven't done all day. 11-5 ball game here. Menzies with the ball. Bottom corner. Will rotate the ball up top side to Mannix. Mannix throws a little fake up to Cook. And Cook now finds the stick of Walsh. And Cook will rotate the ball down. And just get it back again. Getting a little bit of possession here, Australia. Using that right-hand side just to play catch to catch. And Walsh loses the ball, but manages to pick it up before that over and back. They're going to have to get it in because the stall call will come on. They haven't been attacking the cage. The officials will be pretty quick to put this stall on if they don't see him attacking the cage. And now Walsh looks to drive, gets down right, and rotates out. Good pressure there from Canada as Sorensen picks up Walsh. Walsh now rotates the ball up. And now drop the ball there is Cooper. And I'm sure you'll hear keep it in very shortly here from the officials. Cooper back up the top. Tries to get and free the hands. Now back to Walsh. And it is coming. That stall will be given in a minute, I'm sure of it. Officials looking at each other. Great takeaway. Well, they're not going to have an opportunity to put it on because Australia have lost the ball and it's going to come back the other way. And DeChico will just roll the ball and roll his body out backwards. Give the ball up to Hiltz. And Hiltz. So offensive set there for Australia. Certainly did one thing. It took some time out of the game. But not able to get in on the cage for a shot there. And now Peterkin looks to go against the shorty again on this right-hand side. This time he goes top side. Now a rotation back the other way. Looks to open up. Masnik. With the ball now rotating up on the left-hand side there. Through the stick of Fratoli. Frateroli. Masnik. Masnik against the shorty. He does seem to find players here, but on the other side, Peterkin steps in again. Now down the back, look into the inside feed. Rotates up there, Frateroli. Frateroli now, over to Masnik. Masnik just loses the ball. A little swim move. That's what you do in the weather. Good work there from Cook. Ball to be won on the deck. As a little push there. That's going the way of Canada. Loose ball push. And right on the spot there was the official. And right on the spot is the other official to let us know we're going to a hydration break here. As we have 8 minutes and 28 seconds left in the last term. It is Canada leading this one 11-5. And both teams having opportunities in this quarter. As I turn around and look the other side of Japan, well, they had an opportunity there, but pushed the ball past the front of the cage. And good opportunity here to get some water on board for the boys. (11-5) scoreline. 8:28 left in the fourth. And we'll try and get a score update out on that backfield with the voice of Shendell Oliver calling that game out there. And as the two teams come back here from the hydration break. As the boys, Japan have taken a lead over there, 6-3 against Jamaica. But 8:28 minutes, 8 minutes 28 left in this contest. The winner after a gold medal game here at this World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship. We are at Siongwipo in Jeju Island. And it is beautiful weather, and the crowd, well, they've got the perfect spot up there in the shade of the trees. And you can see that on the monitor up there. Good support here for both sides. And Australia, can they cause a turnover here? Or are Canada gonna put another nail in the coffin and head towards? Oh, there's a shot that's come off the keeper. And a shot there from Rathwell. Sees the keeper there in Will Butler. Just get a deflection. And he gets the ball back in his stick here, Chris Rathwell. Up against Sean Filippa. Sean Filippa playing top side. Now he does get in. Oh, allows him to get in and just dip a dunk over the top of the left-hand shoulder there of the keeper, Sean Filippa, playing him really high and just almost allowed to be behind him in that defensive play. And he takes advantage of that, does Chris Rathwell. And just see there, just no body on that defender, and all of a sudden playing him too high, and that's just a little easy. Coming in and dip and dunk over the top of the shoulder. Good pace there from Rathwell. And he gets another one. That's his second of the day. And we're out to a 12-5 game. Clark again. Oh, good save there. Nearly went for a fasty there. But coming back the other way here through Trumbull. Trumbull runs into the long stick of Mikulik. Mikulik Well, he dispossessed the ball, but Trumbull just bats it over to his teammate there in Thompson. And now Robinson comes on to receive the ball. Sawyer English really looking to attack this shorty from top right. And they've almost had a couple of deja vu goals here from this point. Little two-man game again. Looks to come topside this time. Little rotation in. But ball run over there from English. Now kicks it there to Thompson. Thompson now sweeps on his left hand. Rotates back. He's going to look down to the bottom corner here to Lucas Littlejohn. Littlejohn carries the ball up with Inglis guarding him. Robertson. Mikulik. And Mikulik, well, he's been the best of the Australian defenders today. But they are looking to attack those shorties. Pass ball down at X. Tries to turn the defense. Littlejohn drops the ball, recovers, and gets it back there to Thompson. Thompson on the outer side to Luke Robinson. As the player settles there through Marino. And they go to attack again here through Sawyer English. Sawyer English comes topside, now looks to get inside on the bottom corner. Fired the ball there was Max Frateroli, but didn't damage the cage in that shot as the ball fired up and over the cage from low to high. And Tavares now looks to get past, does get past, looks inside, has a man, and he looks to, the double comes, and switch there as English takes him. Mikulik with a little goose step here from Robinson. Ball back down the back to Marino. Marino looks out to Thompson, guarded here by Attenborough. And again, looking to, and a stall call comes on for the Canadians, so they cannot bring it above the restraining line now. Ball with Littlejohn. Frateroli to Tavares. And back to Littlejohn. Has the shorty there and Clancy Buckley guarding him. And Littlejohn just taking a breath here as we head deep into this fourth term. Littlejohn with the shorty, looks to fire! Rips one around his waist there. And Lucas Littlejohn beating the Australian keeper there in Butler. And we have a hydration break here in Jeju as the clock, you just see here again on this replay, just turns the corner, gets pushed away, doesn't lose his balance, and a great camera angle that'll be. That's over the left hip, and Littlejohn gets another one for Canada. And we've got a 13-5 ball game with 4 minutes 22 left in the fourth. And Littlejohn gets the first of the game for himself deep into the fourth quarter. So the last time these two teams played each other, it's 13-4. And we're almost around that scoreline now. So Canada looking to put themselves in to a gold medal championship game. They have 4 minutes 24 until that box is ticked. And they've been very workmanlike here today, Canada. And they've been doing it out of the middle with Jack Oldman absolutely dominating the X position there. But great job in the cage for Grayson Manning for Canada. And their offense has been crisp at times as Australia put a long stick in the face there. And that is going to be a hold there. And Canada again. And another face-off win here for Jack Oldman. Dominant in that face-off position. As Grayson Thompson gets the ball and rotates it high to Justin Tavares. Tavares to Peterkin. And they look just to move the ball around. Australia set in defence as Chris Rathwell comes on as well. David Peterkin. So they're just looking to just keep the ball rotating. Now looking to step in. Little rotation on the right-hand side here. Cut from top. Looking to open up one of these lanes. And that bottom corner, the shorty is on the bottom corner. Stoll comes on really quickly. They've only been in offense for about 35 seconds. And they look to set up a play, and the Stoll call on already. That's a really quick Stoll call. But the officials will understand that the game and what they're maybe trying to do is just take some time out of the clock. So cannot take it above the restraining line, but Australia not pushing out either. It's very stationary, and there they could just sit out the top side and do some stick tricks here if they want. As if Australia aren't going to come to them, Canada, well, they're just going to pass the ball around and run this timeout. Australia have to push. Can't go above the restraining line. Stoll was on. Just a brain fade there from David Peterkin. And now Australia, well, maybe they bored them there. And Templeton will run the ball out. So another opportunity here for Australia. Into offense through Menzies. And we'll see whether the Stoll call is reciprocated that quickly as they check the ball in now. Angus Menzies gets the ball up here, over to Mannix. Again, going to have a chat to the coaching staff of Australia after, as Will Dallison got 4 goals yesterday. Don't know whether he's wearing a little injury, but haven't called his name today out there. So hoping that he is all right. He's been Australia's top scorer. Hudson Robb not able to take that one. Ball down the back corner. And now rotates back on his left. Menzies comes back up top side. Walsh looks to run down. Goes on his left. Now heads back on his right. Double, little flip up there. Now around the corner. Looks inside. Rob opened up, but taken away there from Canada. Through the long stick of Logan Fletcher. And Fletcher will just kick it back to the keeper. And the keeper, with 1 minute 11 to go in this contest, well, he can stand there unless they put a Stoll call on, and that may come pretty quickly. Tap of the hat here by the official. So they'll look to call it. Here comes the call. So they've got to move the ball forward now, Canada. And they do. So ball needs to keep moving forward. Little stick tap there. They've got to get it into the forward third, and then they cannot bring it above. As the ball comes through, ball to be won, ball on the deck, still loose, just knocking it out there is Mikulik. Mikulik has a player up and finds him now, and transitioning up again there, finds Manning. So another opportunity here for Australia. They have limited time in this fourth. Australia out on the right-hand side. Can they finish the game off? 12 seconds. Looks here. Now ball just tossed up. Harry Walsh with the ball. He's got to let the arms fly. He does. Goes across the cage. And Canada get the back up. And they will hold it down there as the time is about to run out. And there it is. Canada off to the big dance here in the 2025 World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship. Congratulations to Canada. They're going to go on to play in a gold medal game. And Australia, well, played a hard-fought game today as well. They'll head to the bronze medal game. But Canada just a little too polished out there today. And they win this one 13-5 in a really good contest. And they will meet the winner of the other semi-final tonight, and Teddy Jenner. He will bring you all that action between the USA and the Haudenosaunee at 7 p.m. local time tonight. So stay tuned for that game. And if you are a Puerto Rican supporter or an English supporter, I will have the call on field too between that big game for their placement game for the 5th to 8th placement game. But it's been amazing to be able to bring you this semi-final here from field number 1. Canada run-out winners. They are off to the big dance. And let's see the cha-cha-cha and who they will play later tonight. But fantastic effort from Canada. And we wish them all the best in the gold medal game, as we do Australia in the bronze medal game. And we will wrap it up here on World Lacrosse TV as the two teams go through their warm-ups, warm-downs. 13-5, Canada over Australia. My name has been Tony Watts, and until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you soon.
Appreciate you. No shirt? No shirt? That's greasy. I mean, when you go, I put two shirts on. I know, dead ass is special. Because no one needs to see this anymore. Yeah, no one. I've never seen one in my life. I know. I mean, I'm only sitting in the commentary box talking and I'm smashed. Yeah, I know, and you got two masters. Yeah, I know. It's my own fans as well. Oh, your only fans. No, we love it. I know my parents love it. Good. You know what? I know, Deadass, I need some new ones. Help me out. You know what? I might go no shirt right now. What's up, Steve? you don't know what others have to what people say. Go, boys. Thanks, coach. You're probably alright. You know who you're talking to right now?
At least the sun won't be up.
Are we doing a stretch?
Good job, boys.
See you, brother. Boys, coaches are out. I'm in charge. We're going to the foul.